streaming.
So technically we're live, but I'm gonna finish this up real quick.
I just want to make sure that I look good on camera.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's. Okay, why are you wearing the dress? Why
I don't even remember. I just know that I promised that I'd wear
You
one on
did
the last
promise
podcast.
you'd wear one.
You can't even see this dumbass fucking belt in this angle, so hold on a second.
What are you gonna do? Put it up higher right
I was
off
wearing a
boobs?
belt to taper in my waist to look more feminine.
Yeah,
But y'all can't even
that's
see
what
it,
the
and
women
honestly,
do.
shit was a little too tight, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off.
Is it too tight because you're
I
sitting
feel like I
down
want to show my shoulders because it sells it a little bit more, but it's okay. I'm gonna look more Mormon than anything.
there? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, and there we go. I have sent out a thing. Cool beans, and we are live. I'm sweating. Welcome to another episode of the UNG Odyssey podcast.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And again,
it's Modelo time.
it is Modelo time. Woo! I am sitting here welcoming back Phillip Garcia to the podcast, and if we could recap to last episode why you said you'd wear a dress, I don't know, but you said you would, and you told people you would, so now you're in the dress, and it's very nice sounding. Purple's your color.
Purple is. This is, believe it or not, it's not the first time I've worn a purple dress.
Okay, I wouldn't believe that it's not the first time you've worn a dress, but not the first time you've worn a purple dress?
Yeah, that implies that it's probably been more than like once or twice
What?
that I've worn it.
What is purple your color?
No, I don't know why. Honestly, I found this at Goodwill, and like, I needed something cheap. Cause I remember from the last podcast.
Yeah. Did you buy that, like, recently? Like, today?
Yeah. Bought this, like...
Oh, how much did it cost you?
$6 after tax. It's a good dollar.
The steal, guys.
I'll definitely wear this around the house.
Yeah, like, after you shower, you dry off a little bit, just put that on. Just walk around,
It's breezy. And it has, like, this silk undertow. So...
God damn, women
no
have it so
chafing
easy.
Going on.
No nipple
You say
chafing.
women have it so easy?
Yeah.
No, bro. It was so hard to, like, finally slip into that little silk pocket. There's nothing easy about being a woman.
What do you mean, like trying to get to the right?
So like
where to
inside,
put your head?
this is like, you know how a dress is like, it looks like a bag.
Yeah.
This is a bag. Well, look, there's also this in here. Don't look too deep.
The inside. Don't look too deep.
Yeah, because I'm only wearing like little white tighties under here.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean,
not really white tighties.
Yeah.
Boxer briefs. Modern day whitey tighties.
Well, you're here and you're in the dress.
Yeah.
You look good.
We're Thank you. We're pre-gaming for Hyenas tonight, right?
Yeah, we are pre-gaming for Hyenas. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna have a good time. Which reminds me, before
I'm gonna change.
You're gonna change. Let me do this real quick because I don't want to wait too long. I'm gonna go ahead and tell Kelvin to sign me up.
You gonna tell him to sign me up too, please?
All right, I will. Kelvin.
My mom brought me this shirt back from Rio Dosa, New Mexico. This is what I'm changing into. She said she thought it was cute. Look, it just says magic mushrooms on it.
Rio Dosa, New Mexico. She thought it was cute?
She had no idea, dude. She said that she bought it in
She doesn't know what magic mushrooms are?
No, she bought it. She said she bought it in like this cute little quaint log cabin where they were selling pipes and stuff. And I was like, so you went to a New Mexico smoke shop, basically. But she just thought it was a nice, like a novelty shop. And I guess it technically is. So.
Yeah, sorry. I don't mean to look distracted.
Oh, it's okay. We gotta get signed up for Hyenas Summit.
Me as a host. Okay, I've been trying to do more hosting so I can get better use of it. You know what sucks? When you do hosting and it's like your first time, nobody really gives you any tips on how to host.
Yeah. Well, when I moved here like 6 months ago, there was like a little class they ran you through, but I guess they don't do that anymore. But they basically just tell you don't cuss.
Who did it?
Butch
did it?
Butch and Ryan Perio. Yeah. I mean, it was maybe like an hour long, if that. Yeah. And they just ran through like 5 rules. Like clearly you don't want to cuss a lot as a opener.
Yeah.
Or a host. You want to leave all the tricks in the bag basically for other comics to pull out. Is basically the gist of it. And then you want to set the energy because you're cold opening every time you host. So.
Yeah, you need to set the energy, and that's like one of the hardest. From what I hear, is like to get people to sit down, shut the fuck up, and start noticing that the show's starting.
And then I think it's really underrated because like you get to, especially like you said, hosting. You're maybe quadrupling your stage time for that evening.
Yeah.
Just going up, having the small little quips in between sets. that shit adds up, and we're all going for 10,000 hours, to be professionals or whatever. And that time just slowly.
Hey, do you know anything about what Mona is talking about? Mona is talking about on Facebook. She said if you give a receipt, she'll give you time.
Oh, I think she's talking about like a receipt from the evening of Mona, Ruth Banks. Who else is on that show?
Yeah, like
Emily
if you go
Grayfer.
to that, you get time.
Claws Out comedy show this Saturday.
Is that for them? Like only the Claws Out comedians, or is that for like? Or is she
No, I'm saying
starting-
like if you go to her show this Saturday at Hyenas at I don't know the time, but there's a show this.
It's probably at like 8. They
It's
usually start at
Saturday,
8.
right? I'm not.
Yeah, it's Saturday. I would go, but I
If
think
you bring a receipt from that show, the 2 drink minimum show, and you bring it to her open mic in Dallas the following week, you'll get extra time.
Which open mic in Dallas?
She just started a new one.
In Dallas? What is it? Do you know what's up? Not yet. I haven't heard about it.
It's happening though.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna try to hit. So next week my game plan will be Saucer, Mona's Ross and Hall, and then Hyenas Dallas if it's in the cards. That's a 4 mic night if I can pull it off right.
That is a lot of 4 mic nights.
Yeah.
I've never done a 4 mic night. The most I've done is 3.
3?
Yeah, in one night.
What night was it?
Wednesday, because I was able to do Hyenas, but I also did Grecio's and I also did
It was a lot.
Zala, the
Yeah.
pizza place.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is, it's kind of too far to be driving back and forth a lot. So
The Plano one definitely hurts to drive home from
yeah,
last.
man, yeah. So I think I'll keep it to. Well, no, I just need. Okay, for one, we always need to make sure, and I was told this by other comics that we always need to make sure we're doing the clubs open mics no matter what, because the club open mics I've been told is like really the most important ones. So I need to like rotate which smaller mics, which are like at bars or whatever, rotate them around so I'm not constantly going to the same ones all the time, so I can try different ones and just
For sure.
and then get my face out there with other comedians. Be like, oh, I haven't seen you over here that much often, but
So that's gonna be the.
but
big
obviously
shit.
you're not new because you look like you're a little more natural on there.
That's why I was trying to make it to Flying Saucer this week, is because there's like, I feel like there's a whole market of Dallas comedians that are that I haven't even tapped into yet as like a networking opportunity. Just because like I don't know, we're just chalk it up to laziness and not getting over to like Plano open mics.
For me, it's like just the scheduling. Like
Yeah.
I haven't figured out the schedule yet. I haven't even figured out when DSH does their mics or how do you sign up to it yet.
Dallas Comedy House.
Yeah,
you have to email in, and then DCH is a hard one, dude.
Yeah, they're very.
I've yet to get on it too. so.
Okay, when I first started comedy, and they were like, just sign up, and get on there, and then we'll put you on the list. And I went to go see it, and like they never put me on the list, and I was like, man, this is way clicky over there. Like like how are you supposed to get on the list if they already have their own clique built and you're not part of it?
Yeah.
And they don't give you a chance to even do your comedy set because you don't get a chance to get to know anybody other than you're there.
You gotta show
and you're
up
not
on
going
a Tuesday, or wait, Wednesday open mic night on a Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
You gotta show up on like a Thursday at like 3 p.m. Where's the owner in this bitch? You gotta kick your shoes off. You gotta dap, pull. That's important.
Pull that in.
And then
get,
you gotta
get down on your
get the
knees.
chest. Oh shit. Yeah. I wasn't gonna bring up fellatio. That's like.
It happens, man.
That's when you. If you're just trying to get an open mic spot, I don't think you have to suck any dick yet. I think you can just maybe get by like, hey bro, want to pre-roll it on me?
Speaking of, man, how your garage shows going? Phillip has garage shows.
Last Saturday of every month.
The last Saturday of every month. That's what you doing?
Except for this one. So I'm not doing one this month because I got asked to go down to Houston to do a show, and that sounded more fun.
Oh
for
yeah,
whatever reason.
yeah.
I'm gonna.
Don't
Also, it's just hot, and then the October one is the 26th. I'm flying back in from New York on the 26th, and I'm gonna have the show that night because it'll be like a Halloween themed party show. It's like a Halloween party basically.
Okay.
And it'll be really nice. The weather will be really nice. I imagine. I hope. It's like rained on Halloween
It's
the last 3
hardly ever
years.
to tell here in Texas. Yeah.
That show will be a lot of fun though, and I've like been planning it a month and a half out. So.
Cool. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
You're gonna get me on one of your shows, dude.
It needs to happen, man. It needs to
You
happen.
gotta get me out there.
What's it called?
I need to perform in front of a real crowd.
August was the last show I did, right? Yeah.
I think so.
And August had been booked up since June.
June?
Yeah. So it was just, it took off and the ball got rolling on it, and then now it's a matter of. That's why I guess I kind of like pumped the brakes this month. Just wanted to catch up and put more, like really put some more emphasis into the next one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was just kind of like willy-nilly putting them on. Like, oh, it's Friday, I should get those chairs out. And go pick up the beer cans from last time.
Your production, you're trying to improve the production value, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, I want to care about it again.
I what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh man, what was I gonna say? Well, as far as the shows go, yeah, man, whenever you have an open slot or you want somebody to
Just
just
come do the Halloween one. That should be.
I'll do it if you
I'm
want
gonna
me
do like
to.
a smorgasbord on that one because I want it to be like I said, a party. I think I want to do like I honestly want to have a bunch of comedians come on and have like 3-minute sets. I know that sounds terrible, but I want it, like I said, I want it to be a Halloween party. It's not going to be as strictly as like a show this time, but either way, like 3-minute sets, that gives comics time to either like come up with 3 minutes about their costume they're wearing. That sounds like fun. Yeah, we do some karaoke out there.
That's
And just
gonna
throw
be
down.
fun. Yeah, dude, I'll definitely go on. And I said it right now. If you want me on, no. I want to be on there.
Get on, bro.
I
No,
want to be
yeah,
on one of your mics.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. First announcement of the Halloween Garage Show. 3-minute sets, and it's gonna be a party.
Fuck yeah.
Be there. Rudy's going up. I don't know what he's gonna be dressed. What he's gonna be dressed as.
I don't know, man.
I'm trying to think.
I've been told I look like Maui. From,
Could do Maui, but I don't want no
Could do him.
PG Disney comedy in my garage, bro.
What?
Some grass in there. There's gasoline cans on the walls and things. I don't need Disney comedy.
I'll be Let Himself Go Maui, or I could be Thor from
No.
Thor from.
You could be like let down Thor, but no, let yourself like let himself go. Maui would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about I haven't shaved.
All your references are to like the ocean that's like backstabbed you or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Like goddamn, fucking ocean's a whore.
What is the song that
She
he
loved
sings?
only me.
What is the song
You're
that he
welcome song?
What is? Oh yeah.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm actually gonna do that in my next showcase because that's part of my joke.
Yeah.
Where like I've been working on it for a couple of weeks now, but I wanted to add something at the end where like who told me? Somebody told me, and I wish I remember who it was so I can give a shout out for that joke. But they said I look like a cross between like an Aztec warrior. Fuck the what is those things called? See, this is why I need to have it down. An Aztec warrior fucked a barbarian, and they're saying that's what I look like, and so I used that, and then I was like, yeah, fucking looking like Maui over here, like Down syndrome Maui. Then I'm gonna start singing this song, but I need to load the lyrics a little bit better.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Anytime I try to incorporate music into a bit, I'm like, oh wow, you didn't know the lyrics to that well.
It kind of makes it seem like, yeah, you could have practiced a little harder to remember the lyrics.
Definitely.
And like I have a problem where if I try so hard to do something, I'll have a brain fart and I won't even know the thing that I'm trying to talk about. The other day, I think you were there. Jeff was like right next to me, and Anthony Fink said something to me. I was like, don't bring. And I looked at it, I was like, holy. I was like, just like. You don't even know my name? I was like, no, I know your name, fucker, fucking ginger, fuck. I was like, Jeff. He was all like, man, that's fun. But like, yeah, for some reason, at certain times when I put on the spot to do things, names slip my mind so easily, and I can't remember it.
Huh.
And it's weird. I think it's something to do with when I was younger. I think I was traumatized to where like I don't want to think about a person and like on the spot. Like I think it's like when I was younger, I got
like name to face matching.
Well, like no, it's like coming up with an answer right then and there.
Huh.
Like I think I was yelled a lot as a kid, and people wanted me to give an answer, and I shut my mind off to give an answer because of the way I was being addressed to.
Yeah.
So like when something like that happens and I need to think real quick and I know the person, I know the answer, my brain's just like, I don't want to give out the answer. I'm like, I know Jeff. Fuck you, I know Jeff. I don't know why it happens, but then again, I was a little stoned.
See, that's probably it.
But I don't think it was
everything you just explained to me either sounds like it could have some PTSD linkage, but those are all also the side effects of marijuana is to forget things.
I've smoked like almost 3 hours before. I don't know.
I was given an edible at work today, and
how'd that go?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? What do you mean?
I was just kidding. I took it at work, and then he was like, "Well, you got cut. Eat it now." I was like, "Why are you being so adamant about me taking this
Why do you have to eat it right then and there?
Yeah, because he wanted me to test. He wanted me like a test bunny or anything. I was like, "Fine, you could be a test bunny for drugs, whatever."
I'm gonna make edibles here.
You should, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make little gummies.
That's what he did. Yeah, they were little gummy bears.
Yeah, I just need to buy the right stuff and figure out how to extract the oil from the leaves.
You don't.
And then I know I have to bake it first and then boil it. Somebody told me.
He said he didn't even use anything to bond it to. Because usually you use like a fat property, right?
You gotta use like
English butter. Coconut oil is not that great, but you want something with like 100% fat qualities, so that it bonds.
Oh, I thought that's for baking though, not for edibles, like a hard.
See, that's what he was saying. He said that he like extracted and he on the pan he just had like a big thick layer of like brown goop and he used it just to like mix into. I don't know what he said about the gummies, but
brown goop.
He extracted the THC from the butter. I don't know how he did it. It kind of tastes like he used an isopropic method.
Yeah. You got a lighter on you by any chance? Oh,
I'm
your
wearing
dress.
a dress. I don't...
Bill's in the goddamn
That's
dress.
why I was like, open your door, let me run
like
in.
a big old plum.
I do.
Stop moving everybody, man. You're just showing off your ball sacks, everybody.
Just want to get that up there. If you think that's impressive, that's my little leg. I'm having technical difficulties. It's my little leg.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
So how about them CBD joints? You liking them?
Pretty good. It's crazy that you can actually buy that like in gas stations now. You'll see like flowers stacked up next to the cigarettes. It looks like they just have straight bud. Like they're selling just straight bud. Like, what are we doing? Like what are we do? Who are we lying to if we're selling? Like it looks just like it. It smells just like it. It makes you half feel like it.
Yeah, but
it sounds like people really just don't want to like 311. Is what this is all coming down to. Like, we want all the benefits except for liking the band 311 and Sublime. That's what this all sounds like. Just legalize it.
Were you around when 311 was big? Are you still?
You mean right now, bro? What are you saying, bro? You're saying my favorite band isn't.
311.
Yeah,
I remember
my brother's a big 311 head kind of guy.
They're okay, but have they had a new album out at any time? Or
I think they dropped a new
same
album.
Three.
I think they dropped a new album.
The same 3 albums. The same 2 songs they play. I had a friend of mine. She was always going to the 311 cruises, and her husband was like, "Dude, these fucking cruises, they're so fucking boring.
Really?
There's nothing to do." He's like, "We party for one night, and then we just hang out for the rest of the week." And he was just like, I thought he liked them, but he's like, apparently not.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never been on a cruise before, but going on a cruise for one thing seems like it would not be fun.
Yeah. That guy I had last time, Nick Guerra,
Who?
Nick Guerra. I had him on podcast. Last time? He's not on YouTube, but he's on the Anchor app and all that.
Is he from Houston?
He's from here. He started as a Dad's Open Micer.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know that he started as a Dad's Open Micer. Shiva told me. Shiva. But we talked and whatnot, you know, it was cool talking to him. But like, I wish we would have gone more into it, but he was stuck on a cruise line because of the hurricane. He was doing a comedy tour on the cruise line, which by the way, I hear is horrible.
To get stuck?
No, to do those things, the cruise line ones, because they're like.
Yeah, we say that. We're saying that now, but.
Well, I'm definitely gonna do it.
Me and you would be in a fist fight if a guy came in and he was like, the winner is whoever's alive. Me and you would fight each other.
I think he said he got paid, and he gets like he just threw out a number, but I'm pretty sure it's something. He's like $1,500 to do a cruise. Fuck yeah, why not?
Everything included though, right? He got like his meals, room and board, and all that. See, that's the part that I'd be like, okay, I'm putting my shit up on Airbnb. This is an investment opportunity.
Yeah, but like it's funny though because of the hurricane, they let all the people, like all the guests go first.
Yeah.
And then they had to be the last ones to get off the boat to be saved to go home. It must have sucked for him so bad to be stuck on there because of the goddamn hurricane.
How long was he on there for?
I think it's on there for like 7 days. For like a 3 or 4 day cruise.
Did they keep feeding him?
I guess. I mean, they all have to eat something. I don't see why not.
Who really lost the situation is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I think you could say, but that's one of those "but did you die" situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But did you die?
Worst things could happen to a stand-up comedian than getting
definitely.
stuck on a cruise and fed for 3 extra days.
Performing at a college, from what I hear nowadays. Like
because of the.
I want to do that so
because
bad.
of the rules, right? The rules they stipulate. Yeah.
I want to do a college. How do you get on? How do you?
You go to a club and you get seen by people, or the college circuit has bookers, like talent bookers, basically, and they see you. But like, when I was in school, I got to see Nick Swartz.
No shit.
And then the year before him, it was what's his name? Big Time. What is his name? The Indian dude from Parks and Rec.
Oh, Aziz?
Aziz was there the year before that, and then like 5 years prior, Gabriel Iglesias was there. Yeah.
Going on bad days.
Nick Swartzen was hilarious. Judah Freelander opened for him from 30 Rock, and they all told like very one-liner-esque, completely away from anything political jokes. It was blue, but it was just like it was safe in every direction. They weren't gonna offend anybody. And that was pretty noticeable. That's like what they book on. Unless I guess you're Aziz Ansari, because technically then you could just. I don't know how much they paid him to come to Sam Houston State University.
What,
bro? What's real? 77340. Pay attention.
I didn't go to college, and if I did, no, I went to college for a little. I went to Tarrant County, just
hell yeah,
real school.
Smart way to do it though.
Yeah, because I paid for everything out of pocket. It wasn't that expensive, and then of course taxes time. I got reimbursed for it when I did my taxes. So, Philip, what do you want to talk about, man? Did you have some topics you wanted to bring up?
Topics?
I totally forgot to write some topics. But I do want to talk about...
Oh, shoot.
Let's talk about this dress you're wearing. You just got ash all over it.
This isn't ash, bro.
What is that?
This is quality product.
Oh, the greenery? You got greenery all over your dress?
I don't know.
It's like all stuck in there?
Yeah, bro, no, I definitely can't wear this to hyenas.
I mean, not like you were going to. Yeah, you can still wear it. Wear it to hyenas.
Comedians will roll me up and smoke
Wear it
me.
to hyenas, dude.
Once the comedian sees there's weed in it, they're gonna try to smoke me. He feels looking like he'll probably light up pretty well.
So what are the chances? Can I talk you into wearing that tonight?
No.
Not at all.
You could not.
Not at all.
Nope, didn't shave my legs.
What about? Who cares? Why would you? Do you want any more of this, or I put it out?
I'll take some, bro.
Why?
I'll smoke it.
What does shaving your legs have to do with anything?
I just don't want to.
You don't want to be roasted.
I don't understand why people are scared to say how they feel, because I could get beat up for wearing this. Like When I pulled up, there was just a guy randomly standing in the driveway. And I was like, I'm parked there. He was like, bet. And then I got out of my car, and he saw me, and he was like, should have stood fucking still. Like,
when was it?
who's
Right
this?
now?
Yeah, it was, what's his name? He came in here and asked for water.
Oh, it's that dude.
That's exactly what I was worried about. So I was in Goodwill, I bought this, and the clerk looks at me, and he goes, this isn't for you, is it? And I wanted to be like, if it wasn't Goodwill, and they weren't doing good things for people, I would have said, mind your fucking business. What I want to do with my purple moo-moo is my business, not yours.
That's what it is, a moo-moo, man.
I put it on the parking lot. I drove here.
You put it on, why didn't you just change here?
In the Goodwill, because I want to wear it. I was like,
okay.
Let's social experiment this out. And then, like, walking up to your door and shit, like, you know you had neighbors that were like, what the hell? And I'm only going to be here for like an hour on the dot, so it's like you literally paid me for an hour on my time. And I just want a big burly man in a purple dress to come to my house to make me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
That's what your neighbors probably think is going on
Yeah,
here.
they're probably like, what the hell? Yeah, I'm going to walk you out, and I'll be like, thank you for coming.
Kiss me on the cheek.
Give you a nice hug.
Hand me a tip. I'll take it. So I was like,
Oh, man, you know what?
Nothing bad about buying this dress.
It's a good thing you followed through and came in the purple dress. Okay, so you're doing a show in Houston. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, no.
What's this about? Give me some info. Give me the 411. What's going on?
Reed Becker out at Secret Group.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's name dropping or it's just like that's synonymous with
Reed?
Secret Group. Yeah. He does the Won't You Be My Neighbor show down there.
Yeah, I've heard him talk about that.
He asked me to be a part of it only because I think two other comedians dropped out. But, you know, I'll take
whatever.
it.
Yeah.
I'll take my slices of it so I can get them. But I have friends in...
I'm going to bust his balls for not inviting me next time. Fucking Reed.
Went to school down there. So
We took a shot behind Mass together, fucker. You can't invite me to go with you.
Mass or Mad Hatter?
Mass. Last time we were hanging out, he's like, you want to take a shot? I was like, sure. Like, we started walking around to the building. I was like, man, you're not going to try to rape me, are you? He's like, yeah, it's just right here behind the dumpster. I was like, oh, no. And then he had a little bottle right there, so we took a shot out of it. I'm sure nobody's going to care if we say that.
I love people who have bottles on them. Those are my favorite people.
I don't have bottles on me.
I remember the first time I saw
I'll bring a bottle to an event.
one of my buddies like bring a fifth of like I think it was Jim Beam to the movie theater, and I was like, it never occurred to me to get drunk at the movies. That makes so much sense. Ever since then.
I haven't done it in a while, but the last time I went to do it, I went to go see Alice in Wonderland. And me, my friend Karen, that invited me to go with her and a bunch of her friends, we took shrooms, and then we like drank a shit ton and got super high, and I do not remember anything from the movie. Yeah, magic shrooms. That's still a dope. That's a dope ass shirt, man.
Right.
I have one in my. It's like the last pot shirt I have from high school, and it's like a tie dye one, but like blue. It goes from like the blue sky, you know, kind of yellowish middle, and then brown for the ground. And it's got these pop plants, and they're kind of like dancing, like doing like this kind of dance. If you hear they're like whatever, so kind of they look like it, and you know it says 420 on the bottom in their roots. And it's got a bunch of shrooms in certain places. But it's the last shirt. It's the only shirt that survived from all my travels, and I still have from high school.
Did you just hang it up, you frame?
I probably should, because it has holes in it already, and I shouldn't wear it anymore because it's gonna. I don't want it to tear up.
Yeah, you gotta frame it.
I think, man, I lost all my band shirts. I had so
Your
many
band
pot.
shirts?
Yeah, I had so many pot shirts.
They're never that great of quality, anyways. Though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but they were awesome.
Band
Kurt
shirts?
Cobain one.
Those are that'd be neat. All the hot.
That's all I
Topic
wore in
shirts.
high school, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, all Spencer's and Hot Topics. I used to steal them because I was too poor to buy them. And
I don't think anyone's ever bought anything from those stores. I think everything is just stolen.
Here's what I used to do. I used to find a secret spot, and because I grew up north, we'd have these big ass jackets, and I used to pry it off the hanger, and then slowly crawl it up my sleeve. And then when nobody was looking, I'd reach under, pull the shirt through here so it'd be in this area of the jacket, and then I just walk out of the store.
Damn, you heard it here first.
Yeah, man, I don't care. Oh man, and then I almost got caught once when I was taking it off the hanger. I looked, and there was a guy on a ladder.
Yeah.
And I looked up, and I like I didn't even notice the ladder. I just looked up. He was just staring at me, and I was just like, "Oh shit."
Were you? Have you always been this big? Like.
No, I was. How old was I? I think I was like.
Because like I could imagine still
17.
like an XL.
16 or
XL.
17. No, I think
sleeve,
it was large or extra. No, it wasn't the extra large yet. It was like large.
Shit. You know, I think you probably got caught 1,000 times. They just working there. They're probably just like,
I don't know. Maybe I never been caught.
They wanted you to steal something so they'd have something to restock, bro. Probably.
I just take it, little brown kid. I was like, we can't give you food, but we'll give you clothing. Funny thing is, I ended up working at that mall 2 years later.
Really?
Yeah, I used to work at American Eagle.
Which mall?
Parks Mall in Davenport. Davenport, Iowa.
Iowa?
Yeah, not over here.
I'm gonna have to go check that place out.
I'm a northerner.
That sounds like a vacation spot.
Supposedly one of my friends does comedy over there. His name's Dane.
In Davenport?
Dane Moon, yeah. But I've seen what they do. It kind of looks like sketch comedy-ish looking. I'm not sure.
Improv or what?
Maybe, but like I ask them every time. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Like, what kind of thing are you doing for comedy? Because they said they're doing these shows, but they never fucking answer me.
Huh.
But I mean,
improv.
I didn't know there was a comedy scene over there when I lived over there. But then again, I was only like 19, 18.
There's a comedy scene, like probably in any city.
I mean, there has to be at least. I mean, I heard Greg Fitzsimmons, or is it no? Jay Okerson's going to Des Moines, which is like an hour away from Davenport. So
those are probably like the best places.
The smaller ones.
Yeah.
You think
perform
so?
for like a packed room with like 100 people tops.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me about they did a show at a small Oklahoma City. It was kind of like almost like a fucking big ass barn, and they did a show there, and because it's so small, everybody from the town was there to watch it. Who was it? God damn, it was somebody with Pang. Pang told me Pang was there, and it was
in a while.
Huh?
I haven't seen him in a while.
You haven't seen Pang?
It's been a minute.
It is Pang, right? Pong.
Dang.
Pong Dang or Pong Dong?
I don't know. I just know the first one isn't.
I'm so bad that I can't pronounce his name properly. Pong.
It's okay. We should shout out every comedian we can think of.
Let's shout out all the comedians.
What's up, Jorge Cortez,
Everett McClure,
Zach Rippey, Everett McClure for the flyer on this bad boy.
Michael Reed,
Matt. Is it Ramey or Rainey?
Rainey.
Bobby Johnson.
JJ.
JJ.
What's JJ's full name? I forget what his full name is. What is JJ? Javaris Johnson.
That's not the same JJ.
Cowboy Casey.
But shout out to Javaris.
That's the JJ I know.
Cowboy Casey. Shout out to Cowboy Casey.
Yeah, Cowboy Casey.
Hey, shout out. Joe Rogan.
We're going big, huh? Shout out
Local
to Nick
comedies.
Guerra for coming on my podcast.
Hey,
Shout
man.
out for Colin Williams for being on my podcast. Those are some guys, some heavy hitters. Fucking John Brown. Don't forget John Brown. Mikey B.
Shout out Mikey B.
Tony Castillas.
Shout out Anthony Pink.
Anthony Pink. Yeah, we can't leave out Anthony Pink. Azur Maranu, little Asian girl, Azur. I don't know if you know Azur. Grecho. I don't know her last name.
Vatos Chisticios.
Vatos Chistosos.
Vatos Chistosos?
Diego and Panda
My white ass
and
thinks
Mike.
it was like,
Dude, those guys are fucking doing crazy shows. They're doing mad shows.
they know how to promote, bro.
They know how to promote. They know who to talk to about doing these shows. Fucking Panda.
They have a relentless energy that like
Panda's
definitely
Panda's
sells.
on it, man. Fernando Panda. Check him out. He'll be on the podcast sooner or later again. Diego's coming on next week.
Modelo verbs, bro.
Yeah, man. Diego's coming on in a couple weeks. I'm supposed to get Mike on too, but he's like I haven't seen him, so I haven't been able to schedule one.
Mike Czar, yeah.
Oh, Jack.
Shout out everybody.
Jack Freeman.
Jack Freeman.
Arun
Rama.
Emily Griefer.
David Diaz.
Caitlin Hassanar.
We'll just name drop every comedian that's my goal right now.
Let's do it. Let's keep remembering. Come on. Who else?
Zach Webb.
Joanna Simmons, and
Zachariah.
Zachariah just had him last week.
That's cool.
Did I already say Bart Kumar?
I'm trying to think. No, you did not. I'm just gonna run through like an open mic list to my
Jordan Jacks.
Anthony Walton.
Oh, Walton. Caitlin Hasselnoir.
You already said that one though.
I already said Caitlin?
Yeah,
excuse me.
We're guaranteeing ourselves these viewers.
Olivia.
At least.
Olivia, Marcus Davey. Garvey Marcus, I mean.
Market. Who else?
Garvey Marcus.
There's gotta be other people, bro.
There's Jamal
Bainey.
Jordan Mack. Jordan Black.
Jordan Black. Hey.
Dude, there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. Fucking shit, man. Mana, of course.
We're gonna just name drop every. Brian Breckenridge.
Ruth Banks, Brian Breckenridge.
What's gonna be bad is there's the one Vincent.
Vincent.
One person who's gonna watch this and they call us out for
one time I signed him up as Vincent the Vampire.
Really?
And when they called their name, they're like, Vincent the Vampire. He's like,
that's so cringy.
He's like, what the fuck? You know how Vincent gets that funny like stank booty look on his face?
Stank booty.
Yeah, like he smells some stank booty. Huh? I love Vincent, man. Vincent's my boy. Man, when he came on one time, we talked about him doing the run of the bulls, and man, that was crazy when he told that story.
He really did that shit.
Yeah, in Spain. He said he got stepped on by one of the bulls. He had a dirt paw print on the back of his shirt.
All those comments where I meet
Mike Hernandez.
I meet those people and I'm just like, people who have done shit like that. I'm like, I've done nothing.
What, with comedy?
Running with the bulls.
Oh,
Any type of, I've never been like to an outside country.
Oh, like stuff like that. Like
yeah,
gone out and done things.
I'm like, gosh, man. You know, it's like
you kind of remind me like
terrible comedy centered mind is like, there's so much material out there. You just gotta go to Spain.
Yeah. What's the furthest place you've done comedy at?
Huntsville, Texas.
Huntsville? So it's still even in Texas, huh?
Yeah.
Well, how far is Huntsville?
I did comedy in New York last time I was up there though.
Oh, that's
good. It was different.
Yeah.
In Houston, Huntsville, and here.
I hear they're getting very PC over there.
Where?
New York.
Yeah, everywhere. Anywhere near water is PC.
Really?
That's what it feels like, yeah.
Oh, man. Do you feel like it's a little PC with us?
I don't think comedy will ever. No, I don't know. Comedy will always be less PC than the general public is, but.
But okay, yeah, okay, keep going.
It's like. Do I think we're? Yeah, we are. I mean,
we are PC, right?
Yeah,
I feel like we're PC. I don't like it.
Well, with a good cause. I mean, mostly just because I don't know, and a lot of stuff that you're considering, probably thinking it's bad. Mm-hmm. It could be considered like distasteful. I don't know. I saw an interesting post the other day that I agreed with. It was one of those moments on Facebook where you read this big long argument and you're like, I agree with that, and you scroll down and you're like, oh, all of my friends are trashing this article, and you're like, then you have like that weird moment where you're like, why do I think about this differently now, even when I just read my friends' opinions? And then you get like this weird equilibrium of thought where you're just like, I don't know who I agree with anymore. Both sides brought up good points. Why does there have to be like an on and off switch for PC? Or I don't know. I feel like that's one of them.
What's the topic?
The guy getting kicked off of SNL, and someone said like, if you disagree with it, and I don't think that was it. It was something along the lines of that. But the person was making the argument that you shouldn't be making like, oh, it was the Chappelle special.
Yeah. And
how like he could do better because he could be a better comedian. He's more creative than that. He shouldn't have to rely on, general topics like race or hot button issues that are PC, like being transgender.
But who is this person? Who said that?
Oh, it was just some random article that online that someone shared, and someone was like, "What are your thoughts?" And I read it, and I was like, "Hey, that's true. Like, I'm not being politically corrected. I'm never gonna correct anybody.
Yeah.
But I think more does happen when you get away from shit that is crass, like the word shit, and you choose to use like a higher intelligence to craft something that's maybe an original thought rather than just like people who are darker have lower credit scores or something like that. That's like I heard that's what it always comes back down to. It's a slippery slope to even talk about anymore.
So
right now I feel like I should backpedal on something I'm saying.
Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it because I'm still kind of lost in what the point was. You said certain things.
There's no answer. There's no answer.
So okay.
We're all going to
that. From what I heard, that article.
Yeah.
Judging what Dave Chappelle could have done or can do.
Yeah.
But what gives them the idea that they should input their thing about what a person should do their own thing special about? Like,
and that's the counter argument that I agree with 100%. Because because one person thought that, it's like, okay, well, you don't care what he has to say about those issues, but everyone else in the world who has ever seen anything by Chappelle wants to know what Chappelle thinks about those things.
Wants to know. I want to know what he thinks about anything.
I want to know
anything.
Exactly.
Talk to me even if it's not a joke. I want to know what you think about it. And that's what most of us are doing when we go on stage. We're giving off our opinion, how we think about something.
For sure.
Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not that funny, but it's still how we actually think about certain things. Yeah. Of course, then we always go overboard to add that humor to it, but like.
I think
this person, it's like this person was trying to speak for a certain type of community that believes like that Chappelle should have not gone for something like that's below him. But like,
the problem is that she had the person, it doesn't even matter. The problem is that they had a platform to give their opinion, and it mattered. It derived that much like arguments. Like, yeah, people should be talking about things. But it shouldn't really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
like, who's to say that she should? What if somebody wrote an article by her like, "Hey, we're criticizing you for being for criticizing that. Like, why should you be the one that criticizes it?" Like,
no one should be able to. But that we've created something where everyone can give their opinion and everyone can feel validated with a reaction, and then in return, that not only gives people the reason to give people their opinion, but I feel like it also it creates like a bait and snatch type of situation where, okay, I feel like I have to tell my opinion now, and then it's just like this vicious cycle. We're given too much outlet to express ourselves. Like it used
I don't
to
think
be.
It's a bad thing though.
I'm saying it used to be like I'm a 23-year-old. I'm saying it used to be, but it probably was nice. It used to just be like, oh yeah, the guy next door likes to get tied up and is really conservative, is a neo-Nazi. That's good. I don't want anything to do with that person.
Tied like BDSM?
Yeah, something.
Oh, he likes to get.
And now, like, if you're Facebook friends with that guy and you go into his comment section, you click like one friend away, and then he might not be outright about it on his Facebook profile, but like 3 of his friends in the comment section are, and you click on their names, and you're like, good lord, this guy has a picture of Satan himself as his profile picture. I don't know. What's it called?
I kind of feel like you've already been down that road.
I did. It happened the other day, dude.
You knew that too well.
It happened the other day. I have a couple of friends who are like super outright right wing, and it's easy to see where they'll post something that I'm like, man, I don't know how they had that thought. It's so extreme. I used to know that person. They never used to be. Certainty is always mind-boggling to me. Like the person that they not only do they think they're that right, but they feel so strongly they should tell their people. Yeah. Teach me, please, how to believe in something that like small. But they posted something about it, and someone commented and was like, hell yeah. And I clicked on his page. I clicked on the person.
You're just like doing all kinds of Facebook stalking, man.
Not really, because I just want to I want to know where my friends are getting their information from. Like this is a guy I grew up with. Like I've known him for a long time, and I was like, I wonder who my friend is being influenced by, because this doesn't sound like him. Sure enough, I go to the page that he shared. He follows this page, and this guy posts 15, 20, even sometimes 30 times a day.
Yeah.
This just rhetoric about he posted a picture of like the Trump 2020 spilled in guns, and they were all like, hell yeah, all this crazy shit. And like that was a picture that the El Paso shooter, like they're just like blind, they're like crammed down their throat so fast to the point where they can't even say stop. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like people are getting literally brainwashed.
Maybe
people are changing. Well, people are feeling the need to feel like that much certainty because people are keep pushing so much of a lack of equilibrium into like the mind, like groupthink.
Yeah, groupthink.
There's not that much of a divide. We're all
like,
really similar, and we're getting
we are
told
really similar. We all have.
Yeah.
It just depends. It's just different things. We all want to be in a certain group where people agree with what we want. We all want to be cared for, and have somebody to care for, and have somebody to feel like that what we're saying is important. It's just the things that we use, the tools that we use to get those feelings. It's what fucked up because not everybody's getting the proper tools.
Social media is like a perfect key to the lock you just described.
Yeah, I don't pay any attention to any kind of like articles on Facebook. All of them are, as far as I go, all of them are bullshit. Now I will listen to other things, like I listen to the short clips on YouTube for like Seth Meyers, and because I like political humor and they make it funny. Yeah. I don't know.
They're playing with facts, not so much like.
Yeah, they're making it funny, making jokes out of what's happening. They're just using comparison jokes, you know, and whether or not I'm more left or more right, whichever direction. It's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's about what happened and who's funny. Now because let's just base it on Trump. He's doing some shit, and like whether or not I'm saying whether or not a lot. I'm trying not to say that. They could be true. They could not be true. The news is all covering it. Who cares if it's true or not?
They see that whole.
But Trump does do a lot of funny, stupid shit.
Yeah.
Himself, and it's not like I'm watching them make up things about what he's doing. He's actually on camera saying them. So
half the shit is like you couldn't make it.
So I think that's funny when they make jokes out of his buffoonery. But like as far as like what they're trying to tell me, for the most part, I don't put my thoughts behind those. Like I'm not gonna reinforce those ideas that they're saying because I don't really know what is really going on and what isn't going on. There's a few things I'll put my mind behind once I hear more about it. For the most part, it's people who are on Joe Rogan. They sit down and they're talking. The climate control people, Andrew Yang, about what he wants to do. What's the name? The hunter. Anyway, I don't need to name them all. There's so many people on Rogan's podcast. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I have no problem listening to all of them and just hearing their point of view or what they're passionate about. Now, would I say that I'm going to start following them because of it? Maybe, maybe not. Am I going to go and use that information for an argument? Maybe I will, because you never know, the person I'm talking to might know about that topic and might either agree or...
Sorry, I looked at the camera and I was like, that's some cleavage going on. It is. Sorry.
But anyway,
the discrepancy in opinion is annoying.
Yes.
It's annoying that I don't know. I guess I'm mad that people care this much about some things that I'm like basically figuring out. Like, it astonishes me that people have a career. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, I'm gonna do that for the rest of my life until I retire, and that's what they want to do. And they not only they say that, but they stick to it. Like, they do it. They don't just be like, I'm gonna do it. Maybe I have commitment issues, and that's probably definitely what it is. But it's still just like astonishing to me that anyone feels that certain about something.
I wouldn't say you have commitment issues because obviously you're committing yourself to comedy. What it is, I'm not saying
there's nothing consistent in comedy.
But like sticking to it, man, that's still consistency.
True. Showing up.
But like for me, it's falling under knowing that I'm always gonna have somebody telling me what to do. And I've talked about this before, so sorry people that I know that I'm repeating myself. But like my issue is I do not want to be under somebody always telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I have a problem with authority.
A lot of comics.
I don't. Yeah, it is actually. And even though like
issues.
Like I've been told like by people who, and it sounds a little pretentious when they tell me, they're like, oh, but you know the crowd's technically your the authority figure. And I'm like, they could be, but I could always just say, fuck you to you guys too. Like
Yeah.
Bill Burr did that one time in Philly when he went off on the whole people for 8 minutes.
Even then, he realized he had to round it back out to make it like centric to them.
No man, he was just going off, and
It was a meltdown for sure.
they were booing him, but then he won
roasted
them
him,
over, man. He
Fuck you
won
and your
some of them
shitty
over.
football team.
Yeah, did you ever hear the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched it.
God.
Watched it a couple times.
So yeah, in a way, like, but I'd rather have my boss be whether or not people think I'm funny than actually an actual real boss who controls what time I clock in, controls what time I take lunch, controls what things I should be doing that day. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
I just went on a little tangent.
No, I feel that, dude.
So
I just left my past job just because it was so office setting.
yeah.
And I wasn't ever delegated work. I was just like given orders. And I was like, I'd rather you just give me something at the beginning of the week that say this is your objectives for the week, get this done, rather than being reactionary. Why don't we be proactive,
Yeah.
staying ahead of the ball, rather than going, oh, the ball's rolling here. Let's move it this way.
Do you know how many times I've gotten in trouble at my work for being proactive?
Yeah. Or getting your work too
fucking
soon.
time.
Your work done too soon.
For
It's
being
like a huge
proactive.
problem
Like,
in
I'm
America.
trying to help us out as a whole, not just as an individual. And they're like, no, stop doing that. Just worry about yourself. And that shit kills me because I don't like functioning like that when I'm working. I want to do what I can to make it better. Like,
in general, right?
in general, yeah. Not just worry about my numbers or my thing or, I don't know.
Just want you to, hey, bro, welcome to the machine.
Fuck that.
It's Pink Floyd, bro.
Yeah, I know. I heard Pink Floyd forever, like an actual album. Oh, do you
Welcome.
you know where I can get some LSD, man?
to the machine.
Oh, that's supposed to be
Not on
acid,
camera, I don't. Possibly after.
Oh,
Nice try,
man.
government agent.
Oh shit, he found me out. The mic's in Venom or Carnage, whatever he
What
is.
time did you want to head up to Hyenas?
I'm gonna head out about 8:30.
Got you. It's 8 now. People are hitting me up and it's like, hey, are you there? Can you sign me up? Because I'm usually the sign up bitch for the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that, but like when people ask me to sign them up, when we barely even fucking talk as a comic and in person,
Yeah.
don't fucking ask me to hit you up to write you down if we're barely even friends. You know what I've learned since I started doing comedy? Not everybody likes me. And that's
No.
okay. I don't need people to
it's
like
not your
me.
job to make everyone like you.
But I am tired of having to go up to people and be the first one to say hi to them, and either get like a mellow reaction.
Dumb, man.
I'm not gonna do it anymore. I told myself because why am I saying hi to them when they won't say hi to me? So it's like I've changed that. I've tried. At first I wanted to be friendly with everybody. It's been long now. People know me now. People can say now. It's like let them say hi if they actually want to say hi to you. Like stop saying hi to them because you're putting energy out to say hi to them that you don't need to be. Because what if you get disappointed and then you get upset? There's no reason for me to get upset.
All you have to do is make face. You don't have to get to know people. Show business is like all about networking and making face and just
What's making face? Like just
making face. Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean you shouldn't make face. You know what I mean? Like, say I hated you, but I'd still come here and like talk like it's just like you make face. You don't let the public see. I don't know. I'm in marketing, so I make face all the time. I'm like at an event where I have to like, yeah, no, come on in, yeah, try this thing. Like, you want to do this? Okay. I don't give a shit.
In other words, be fake.
Yes.
I can't.
It's a nice way to. It's a nice way of saying be fake.
I can't be fake. It's not in me to be fake. And if I find out people have an issue with me, I'll bring it up right then and there because I don't like to wait and talk about it.
I definitely have like a first impressions character.
Yeah.
Where, like, I don't feel nice to meet you, and like,
you know what?
the moment I get any inkling that you do something weird like me, I'll be like, I fuck with you.
I'm gonna say this right now. I do not like David Diaz.
Oh wow.
I don't like him.
Shout out David Diaz, bro.
I don't like him.
Two Modelo's deep.
He doesn't like
himself.
He doesn't like me.
What? Y'all have a public
I can
beef?
tell he doesn't like me, and here's why.
Why?
Okay.
I don't know. David.
I've always
well.
tried to say hi to him.
Nice
He's
guy.
always kind of like been like, oh, hey. I would do open mics, and I would go up there, and I'd be like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna fuck around. And then I was at Arlington Improv. He
Uh-huh.
would be the guy right there, and he'd be like, and I heard him one time go, oh my god. Ugh. Also, I signed up 4 times at Arlington Improv. 4 times. Only one time that I signed up did he actually put me down for Arlington Improv. The other 3 times, he was like, oh, I forgot to sign you up. And I was talking to Vincent, because Vincent was like, hey, bro, hey, you signed up at Arlington Improv? I was like, yeah. He's like, because he told me, like, the last 2 times I've signed up, like, I haven't made it on the list. I'm like, yeah, man, Diaz does that sometimes, like I kind of like he's done that to me. Like I kind of feel like he's doing that kind of on purpose. And Vincent was like, hey man, that's kind of fucked up. And I was like, yeah, it is, but I'm not too sure. Later on, time goes on. He never really says hi to me, barely talks to me. I did an open mic, and I don't know if you were there. You probably weren't there, but I did a what's that stupid thing called where you go up there and you practice and they judge you for what you're saying? Workshop. I did a workshop, and and during the workshop I had a piece of paper and I did my jokes. Now they criticized me for me having a piece of paper, but that's stupid. I did the workshop differently.
Yeah.
I thought you go up there one way, or you
Teach their own situation.
Yeah, to each their own type of thing. And but like, Mana was telling me something. Is it Mana or Mona? Mana, okay. Mana was criticizing my stuff, which is fine. She'll give me the whole time. David was right there, just going, yeah, and like making those smirks. Then then she's all like, your joke. My joke was the El Paso shooting. It's like I heard 22 people died in that shooting, but it would have been a lot less. But it's hard to run and hide when you're in a motorized shopping cart. And she told me the joke was funny, but what I said afterwards, just try to be more careful. And I was like, was I over the top? And Diaz was like, way over the top. And then I'm like, okay, well, and then I was like, Diaz, well, what do you have to say about it? And then he just looked at Mana, and Mana just kept on talking. And then, okay, if I'm saying shit that's too over the top, but then, he's a Joey Diaz fan? Like, oh, you're a Joey Diaz fan, but you criticize my comedy?
Huh.
It
sounds like y'all know a lot about each other.
Look, if I was a Joey Diaz fan and I heard another comic doing really, really dark jokes, which I have heard,
yeah.
I'd be like, I wouldn't judge that guy, because like, look at who I like already.
Yeah.
How am I gonna say this comic can do one thing, but this comic can't?
No, it's not your job to make everyone like you.
It's not.
It's not.
But you know what? It is my job to shut people up who think badly of me.
True, and
that is.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that with your work. Sadly.
I know, but I want to do it with my fists.
Don't let your primitive lizard mind.
No,
run, bro.
I'm not gonna do anything physical.
That'd be terrible.
I'll just wait till I work at Hyenas as a bouncer again and take it out on the person that need to choke out again, like I did that one time. Fuck you, Diaz. Fuck you. Did you ever hear about that story?
No, I've never.
You never heard about that guy?
You had to choke someone out of Hyenas?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I had to choke him out because he tried to steal a computer. He tried to steal the laptop. And when they went to stop him, he like tried to be sneaky and sneak out the door. Mm-hmm. And I saw him with his hand, with his jacket, like it was last winter. Last winter. He had like something right here. And I was like, I'm a thief. Professional thief. I was like, I know what you have to do when you're hiding something. So I chased after him. He dropped the laptop. Then I grabbed him. Eric, by that time, Eric came around. Eric grabbed him, and we both like started kind of tangling with him. And I was able to get his back and then get my arms in a rear naked choke. And once I got that choke in, he pretty much stopped doing everything. and he was
That's hilarious.
It's funny because he was tapping on the floor. I was like, man, and I told him like, man, there's no tapping.
Not in real life.
I was like,
bro.
I'm gonna hold you till you pass out. So here's a dick move
in a
of me.
real life altercation.
Here's a dick move of me. Instead of like, I saw that, I was like, okay, well, you're still awake. I'm gonna apply harder. So I squeezed harder on his neck. And he was like, ah! I was like, and then the cops got there. I was like, okay, I'll let you go.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I don't like Diaz. I don't like David.
That's what you should title this podcast.
You know how
I guess I don't know.
you know how long I've been waiting to say something like that?
I don't know.
Not
You
that
don't
long.
know. I mean,
I don't
y'all,
know.
you could just be misunderstood. I mean, he's a pretty quiet guy.
I could be misunderstood,
He could be.
but I am a dumbass, and I'm not taking it as that.
You'll never know until you go up
You know,
to
no,
him and you
you're
say,
right, though.
David Diaz,
You're
do
right.
you have a problem?
You're right. This is all
Painted in your mind so
this is
far.
all
Yeah.
projection. You
Yeah.
know, that might not be what's really happening.
Mhm.
And if it's not, it's not. If I ever get to sit down, I want to have Diaz on the podcast. He's a fucking great comic.
Ask him, bro. You gotta ask. There you go, bro. Squat. Next time I'm on here, bro, you should have me and David Diaz on, and I'll mediate y'all's beef squash. No dress though. I'm not wearing.
But
dress
see, like,
today
if he
for
wants to
this.
criticize my comedy, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
All right. If he wants to tell me that the things I can improve, that's fine. So that's cool. That's what it's for. What are you doing this with the mic?
I'm sorry. I was like, is this like? I've been wondering if it was like a sphere that you could pick
It's
up the
no,
entire time.
well, you can, but it's the mic.
ADHD
Anyway,
as fuck, bro.
so I mean, I would love to sit down and actually talk to him.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be. I don't want to be so closed-minded that I just think he's an asshole. But I actually need to sit down and just talk to him. And you're right. I should.
Sounds like there's a lot of lessons to learn in that situation.
Instead of arguing, or instead of like getting some kind of physicality to prove my whatever, I should just work on my comedy and improve my comedy, which I think I have, because when I first stopped doing comedy, like right before I stopped doing comedy, I was doing good. I was having fun. Then I stopped doing comedy. I came back super rusty. And then I'm getting my groove back.
Yeah,
I'm starting to come out with whatever. I'm getting on stage. I'm working on certain things.
Hosting is gonna do that a little bit quicker too, like I said,
Yeah.
because you're like, I don't know. In comedy's entropy. It's like it's undefined energy, and you have to, as like, your job is to sort it out before you get on stage and like get a key, make it fit the room perfectly, and then just turn it slowly until it clicks at the end. you open the door.
You
bro.
love that analogy.
I
man.
love
The key-
analogies, dude.
The key in the door.
That's what I've been thinking
yeah.
about, bro. All day I was like, everything's like a key.
Yeah.
It's the edible I ate. I was like, bro, it's all a key.
Just
I'm
got
unlocked.
it.
I've
So,
unlocked
yeah,
my
so-
mind
so-
with the key.
So now that 5 seconds later, 5 minutes later, I'm now like, yeah, I shouldn't hate Diaz. He's a good person. He's a good guy.
I think that was a personal invitation to be on the podcast. What do you think? I think it was a personal invitation to be on the podcast.
Dude, totally. If Diaz wanted to come on, I totally have him on. Why not? He's a comic.
Yeah, no, it sounds like y'all have some shit to talk about too. Knock it out.
Maybe.
That actually sounds like some shit to smoke over. So.
I don't think he smokes.
You never know until you get to find out. You know what I'm saying? You might be
You know
long
what?
lost brothers or something.
You know what
right?
drives me crazy?
What's that?
Now that we're thinking about comics,
Mhm.
I don't know how they do it, but there are certain comics that keep that mic on their mouth. Do you keep the mic on your mouth?
No.
You keep it away.
Yeah, I've had a lot of time in my life
Oh my
holding
god!
microphones.
I ever since I heard it was either Bert or Ari talk about how they had a mic on their mouth, and the next day they have sores.
Yeah, it's herpes.
I know what it is.
You got mic herpes, bro.
You got mic herpes, man. But like ever since I heard that, I don't know how comedians put those mics on their mouth. There are certain comics that do it. Top one of the list that comes on to me is Vincent.
He puts his mic on.
Not
though?
Vincent.
You said that it's gonna bug me all night now.
Lawrence.
I don't know.
Lawrence keeps the mic on his mouth. You don't know Lawrence?
Some people, if you have a lower voice, it probably makes sense. The mic is such a cool instrument because you could do so much with it.
Yeah.
I'd like to explore that more. I think going further and further.
Let me think what other comics do.
I kind of want to change real quick.
I just don't know, man. Oh, you want to stop the podcast?
We don't have to stop the podcast. I just want to change. It's breezy.
Well, just take your shoes off.
It is 8:15 though.
You want to go ahead and pause? I mean, stop. Yeah, we can stop.
You gonna stop?
Yeah, we can stop. Okay.
Okay.
We do have something else. We're sorry, guys. We had to quit so abruptly because somebody.
I'm not. No, you.
Oh, do you want to do a real quick Ask Conan O'Brien, or do you not want to do that?
Ask Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
What's that?
You don't. Oh, you weren't here last time. I forgot about it when you first came back. I do a little thing where I call in to Conan O'Brien's podcast, and my guest gets to ask a question. Because he has this thing where if you ask him a question, they can answer it or review it on his podcast.
Huh.
So if you want to ask Conan O'Brien a question, something you can think of real quick, since I didn't really give you a heads up, but like, if you can't, that's okay.
I'm trying to think of something.
Conan
What do I want to
O'Brien,
ask about?
Tall, ginger.
How much does he make a month off of YouTube royalties?
I don't know, man.
That's my question for Conan O'Brien. He's not gonna just feel his way.
No, he's not, man. But we'll ask. Let's see what happens.
I know exactly what I think. It might even. It's a little witty.
Do it.
I think it'll be the one, man.
Do it. Do the funnier one. Do it for the funny. I was Matt.
Fix my hair.
Matt apologized for making some jokes last time I did that. I introduced him on my on stage, and he made a joke about my podcast, and just let this happen.
Hey, Conan O'Brien here. Here's the deal. Ask me a question. Feel free to ask me anything you want. And maybe, just maybe, I will answer your question on the podcast. So be creative, go for it, and maybe I'll be talking to you soon.
Hey, Conan O'Brien, it's Rudy from the UNG Odyssey podcast again, and my guest today is Phillip Garcia, and he has a question for you.
Hey, Conan. I was wondering, is YouTube royalties the only way you're still making money, or TV network still paying you? That's my question. Thanks, Conan.
Is that the only way you're making money?
Yeah.
Oh man, I wonder how long it's gonna take for them to block my number. I call them at least twice a week.
Yeah, they might block you pretty quick, bro.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening or watching, whatever you guys do. It was great. Hey, Phillip, it was awesome to have you back again. I always enjoy your pleasure, and keep up with the fucking goofy ass funny bits you be doing, man. You're fucking.